So, Congressman King, do we have a strategy to defeat the jihad as far as you know?
No, Bill, I don't believe the president has a coherent strategy. It's sometimes one step forward, one step backward, one step to the side. The first thing we have to do is identify the enemy. It's Islamist terrorism. It's not this vague extremism. It's Islamist terrorism.
But what good does that do? Everybody knows that, but what good, for policy purposes, you're saying, okay, let's say to the world is Islamic terrorism, and everybody knows it anyway. What good does that do as far as tamping them down?
Now, first of all, there's some reason why this administration refuses to say that. You have to identify the enemy. Then you have to put political correctness aside, Bill. And for instance, here at home, we have to have much more surveillance of Muslim communities. We have to make better use of the NSA. We have to stop criticizing the CIA. Overseas, if we're going to fight ISIS, we can't say we're going to use airstrikes, but not land forces. You have to go all out. You can't be holding back. Right. That's the point.
Congressman Ruppelsberger, do we have a strategy to defeat the Islamic jihad?
We have had a strategy. By the way, I do respect Peter King. We've served on the Intelligence Committee together. But I disagree to an extent. And where I disagree, we've had a plan since 9/11, whether it's President Bush or President Obama. We deal with some of the best intelligence people in the world, and that's from the United States of America. And they have been fighting and looking after the terrorism issue for a long time. The best defense against terrorism is clearly intelligence. And as we speak right now, we have our people working around the clock 24/7, which includes the military. Now, this is a very serious issue, and it's going to get worse. We have to be strong. We have to let the world know and terrorists know their consequences for what they do.
But it seems to me we're fighting a defensive war. You're absolutely right. I mean, we're trying to knock down the plots and everything out. Meantime, ISIS takes thousands of miles of territory in the Middle East. And what is the president's plan to defeat that? He's going to train a few Syrians over in Saudi Arabia and send them back. Everybody knows it's not going to work. It's a total waste of time. But it doesn't seem to me that we're on the offense. We don't do anything to Pakistan. Pakistan spits in our face. We don't do anything to Iran. Iran enables terrorism all over the world. We don't do anything to anybody, do we?
Well, I kind of think
let Congressman Ruppelsberger answer that. We don't do anything to anybody.
I think you've raised a good point. I think these countries have to do a lot more than they're doing now. I think with respect to Pakistan, by the way, once those children were killed in the school, Pakistan is standing up a lot more.
For a week.
But we need
for a week. That's all. For a week.
We need those. A good point, but we need those countries to get human and intelligence information to fight this war.
Right.
You know, if you look at the results in the United States, we've done the job. But I'm very concerned that these people have been radicalized, or they can come into our country and they could pull the same type of attack.
But here's the truth, Congressman, and this you can answer this, Congressman King. Turkey didn't cooperate when we want to go after ISIS. Wouldn't cooperate. Pakistan imprisoned the doctor who gave us Osama bin Laden. Iran, everybody knows about Iran. Yemen, Al-Qaeda all over the place. Okay? We don't do anything to these countries, and we haven't for 14 years. Congressman King.
Well, I have been critical of the Obama administration. As far as Yemen, we do carry out massive drone attacks in Yemen, and we have killed many of their top leaders, including U.S. citizens who are there. As far as Turkey, I agree with you. We should be much tougher with Turkey. As far as Iran, I think the president has made a mistake in dragging out this the so-called nuclear talks with Iran. As far as Pakistan, though, here's where Dutch and I think are going to agree. There was a lot going on that we learned on the Intelligence Committee that things are much better now in Pakistan than they were. Do I trust them? No. Are they loyal allies?
Well, how come they don't let the doctor out who all they have to do is let this guy out of prison?
Bill, that is one issue, but they're also doing other things, Bill, that are right now saving American lives and are resulting in Al-Qaeda being killed.
Maybe that's true, but the perception is that America is a paper tiger. All right, look, France brought a lot of this terrorism on itself. We just talked about the no-go zones that they allow. They allow. 10% of the population is Muslim. They're all in there. They're radicalized. They don't assimilate. America, we don't have that problem. American Muslims, by and large, have been fantastic. I think you both agree. We don't have any trouble here with American Muslims at all. All right, we're lucky. But abroad, you think Putin fears us? No. China help us? No. And the Muslim nations do whatever they want to do. Congressman Ruppelsberger, I'm giving you the last word.
Okay, the last word is this. It's different parts of the world. Yemen, I've been to Yemen. Yemen is a country that is in ill repair. They're very poor, and that allows al-Qaeda to train. I was just in Turkey about 3 weeks ago to deal with their government about working with us on ISIS. ISIS is different from the al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. What worries me about the Arabian Peninsula is that their strategy is to do the smaller type of attacks. If it's a large attack like 9/11, we can usually hear and find out about it.
Right.
But I'm worried more about these individuals that are Americans, have been radicalized, or going to Syria, and we have to be more aggressive to go after them and make sure that they come to the United States.
Look, this is just, call me crazy, I think we might want to put a carrier off the coast of Yemen. And you know those little training camps? Maybe they are vaporized one day. Maybe. Congressman, thanks very much.
We've been doing that. We have been doing that.
If you're doing it, we don't know about it. I didn't see any carrier over there.
Well, you don't want to tell your enemy your plan, though, Bill. That's another thing.
All right. Well, when you get them, let us know.